Alright, like I said, we're going to install Unraid on this. To prep the H700, you're going to have to set all the RAID configuration for the hardware to 0 on the RAID virtual drives. So what we're going to end up doing is during the boot up sequence, when it starts up, we're going to hit C to get in that configuration management. In the future, I'm not going to have to worry about this because I'm just going to replace it with a H200 card. Alright, so once you're in the configuration manager, to get the H700 to work, hit the F2 key, create a new VD, and then since we're going to use Unraid, we don't actually want to use like a RAID 1 or a RAID 5 or any of that. So all these different RAIDs we're not going to use. We're just going to use RAID 0, which is only going to use one drive. I select the drive, name the drive, and I'm just going to name this C. And I probably should name it like SVA, but then I want to hit the advanced settings, and then the write policy. I want to use write through. I want to initialize it, and I want to hit OK. And what that ends up doing is it creates a virtual disk, and that virtual disk is complete disk space is going to be that actual hard drive. But since it doesn't read a physical disk because it's not passed through, I got to set all these to virtual drives. Go down up here, hit F2 again, create a new VD, select the other drive, and I'm going to name this one SBC. And the same thing, I want to sit there and select on advance. On the right back, I want to do write through, initialize, hit OK. Hit OK. And now we have two disks that's already filled. So you know that that's a physical disk. Since this is a hardware RAID, it's only going to be a virtual disk. And if we set each one of these disks as virtual disk 0 for the RAID level, then it should work with Unraid with no problem. But for me, I'm just going to rip it out and put an H200 card in it and call it a day, and that way I don't have to worry about any hardware RAID messing up with any of my configurations in Unraid, or if I put TrueNas on it, I don't want it to mess with it. So I'm just going to rip out the card. But if you have one and you want to use it, set all your drives to RAID 0 and you should be good to go.